好，欢迎收听唱歌学中文。Hi everybody, welcome to Sing and Learn Chinese. Today we are going over the song 学猫叫 Learn to Meow. More literally, it is learn a cat's call. 学 is to learn, 猫 is a cat, and then 叫 is the call or the sound that a cat makes. But learn to meow works better. So this song is actually dedicated to all you cat lovers out there because there's an interesting backstory to it. The song was covered by 小潘潘and 小峰峰, and 小峰峰, he had a cat. So the thing is, he was a songwriter, trying to be a songwriter, and his life was not going great, and he adopted a cat and got really attached to this cat. Then this cat got a disease, a very serious cat disease, and the veterinarians told him that his cat was not going to survive. But 小峰峰 was like, no, I really want to try to save him. And so they did what they could, and he said, after a few days, this cat, which was given like almost a 0% chance of surviving, started to meow again, started to eat, and obviously survived. And so he said hearing the cat meow made him cry because he was like, the cat's gonna make it. And so that was the inspiration behind the song. All right, let's take a look at the lyrics, shall we? All right, so the first line is 我们一起学猫叫一起 meow 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 meow. Okay, so obviously the meow at the end is an automatopoeia. It's just the sound that a cat makes, right? Meow. And then 我们 is we, 一起 is together, 学 is to learn. So in the 学 can mean a lot of different things, but in this case it's to learn. 猫 is cat, and then 叫 is to call, right? So it's the sound of a cat. Let's learn the cat meow together. And then 在你面前撒个娇 Ayo, meow, 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 meow. Okay, so the second half, the meow, of course, is meow. Ayo is also a sound. It's just the sound that people make. It doesn't mean anything. It's kind of like in English we have ugh, U-G-H, ugh. It doesn't mean anything particularly. I mean, it does, but it kind of doesn't. It's not exactly a word. It's a sound effect. Same thing with ayo. And then 在你面前, in front of you. 在 is at or in. 你 you. 面前 is in front of. And then 撒娇. Okay, so 撒娇 is an interesting concept that doesn't translate to English. The, official dictionary translation is act cute or be coquettish, which, sort of. Okay, it's close enough. But 撒娇 is kind of like what girlfriends will do to boyfriends, act cute in order to get attention, kind of, or little kids will do to their parents when they act really adorable on purpose. That's 撒娇. And then the 个 means it's a counter word. So you usually use 个 for people or for things that don't have other counter words. 一个人, 一个事情, I don't know. But 个 is a counter word, and in Chinese there are many times when you will take a verb, a 2-character verb, and split it and put something in there. So 撒娇, 撒个娇. It's a little hard to explain, but just keep your eyes open, keep your eyes and ears attentive. You will see this in other places. Like, for example, when people say 吃饭, they'll say, 吃饭 is to eat, like eat a meal, and then they'll put 个 in there, 吃个饭, 我要吃个饭, I'm going to eat a meal. So the 个 almost functions like the in the English translation. So anyways, next line. 我的心脏蹦蹦跳，迷恋上你的坏笑. So 我的, my, 心脏 is heart. 心脏 is more of the scientific kind of heart. When you just say, well, 心脏. Yeah, heart, metaphorical or literal. And then 蹦蹦跳 is to beat in a very strong manner, like thump, thump, thump. And then 跳 is to jump, or in this case, to beat. And then 迷恋 is to be infatuated with. 恋 is the word that they use for romantic love. And then 迷 is like lost. So you're lost in this romantic attraction, something like that. Be infatuated with, close enough. 迷恋上 means up, but in this case, it's saying that the person, the narrator, has been attracted up to, it's kind of like the two. And then 你的 your 坏笑 is a bad smile. Well, it's not a bad smile. 坏 actually does mean bad, but it doesn't really mean a serious kind of bad. It's more like mischievous, naughty. Naughty is probably the best word for this. Naughty smile. Okay. 你不说爱我，我就 meow meow meow. Okay, so 你 is you, 不说 don't say. 爱我 is love me. 我就 I will then meow 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 meow. If you don't say you love me, I will meow. This whole song is a 撒娇 song, actually, basically. Like, this is Yeah. Silly, flirtatious, cutesy, on purpose, basically. All right. 每天都需要你的拥抱. So 每天 is every day, 都 always. 需要 is need, 你的 your 拥抱 is hug, embrace. So need your hugs every day. All right. 珍惜在一起的每分每秒. 珍惜 is to cherish, to appreciate, to take as precious. 在一起 means being together. And then 每分 is every minute, 每秒 every second. So I treasure every second and every minute that we are together. Then we have 你对我多重要. 你, you, 对我 to me, in my opinion, 多 how much, 重要 is important. So to me, how important you are to me, 我想 I think, 你 you, 比我 compared to me, 更 even more so, 知道 is know. So how important you are to me, I think you know it better than I do. So I think you know how important you are to me, more than I do. All right, 你就是我的女主角. So this is written from the male perspective. So 你就是 you are, you just are, you exactly are. 我的 my 女主角 is my female main character. So female lead, right? Like in movies or in books, in stories, you've got like the FMC, the female main character, and the MMC, the male main character. So 女主角 is the female main character. 有时候我懒得像只猫. So 有时候 sometimes there are times when I懒得 lazy just as 像 is to be like 只 is the counter word for animals and other things, but 猫 is cat. So sometimes I'm as lazy as a cat. 脾气不好时又张牙舞爪. So 脾气 is mood or emotion, temper. 不好 is not good. When my temper is not good, the time when 好时 is time. So when my temper is not good, 脾气不好时又张牙舞爪. And then 又 is again or also, and then 张牙舞爪 is like a set phrase that just means baring your fangs and claws, like a cat. And then we have 你总是温柔的. You always, 总是 is always, 温柔 is warmly, or 温柔的 warmly, gently. 能把我的心融化掉. 能 is able to. 把我的 take my, 心 is heart, and 融化掉 is to melt it away. Right? 我想要当你的小猫猫. 我想要 I want to 当你的 be your 小猫猫 little kitty. Okay, so 小 means little, 猫 is cat. You could just say 小猫 or 猫 is cat, 小猫 little cat. But 猫猫 is kind of childish. But you know, that's the thing. That's the thing about 撒娇 style. Okay. 我要穿你的外套. 我要 I want to. 穿 is to wear. 你的 your 外套 is jacket or coat. This seems to be a common sentiment, I think, in lots of these cutesy romance type songs. There's always a line about wearing somebody else's jacket. Don't understand it, but all right. And then 闻你身上的味道. 闻 is to smell. 你 is you. 身上 is 身 is referring to the body. 身上 on the body. 味道 is the smell or the scent. The smell of your body sounds a little bit creepy. But hey, we're talking about cats here. Cats do smell you, right? Cats do sniff you. So whatever, we'll just let that go. Moving on. 想要变成你的猫. 赖在你怀里睡觉. Okay, 想要 means want to. 变成 is turn into, become. 你的 your 猫 cat. Want to be your cat. 赖在 is to lean on, to cling to yeah, basically hold on to someone. 你怀里 in your embrace. 睡觉 is to 睡着 is to fall asleep. So 想要变成你的猫，赖在你怀里睡着. And then we have 每天都贪恋着你的好. 每天 is every day, 都 always. 贪恋 is to want, be addicted to, indulge in, like really badly want. And then 你的好, your good, your goodness. So every day I'm greedy for your goodness towards me, that kind of idea. And that's it. That is 学猫叫. And hope you enjoyed that. There are lots of pretty not too difficult words, I hope, or at least there aren't that many words, so you can learn them all fairly quickly. And if you also have any song requests that you would like to see explicated in future videos, just drop a line, let me know. And until we sing again, 再见.